What's up, everyone? Doing another creek walk today. It's 100 degrees out, so that's about all a person like me can do. I think I actually feel one with my feet. Junker! Okay, I thought I might have seen another one over here, though. I think I do. Let's see here. Looks like a junk jar thing. One of them common French's jars. I thought I saw something longer, but the water's clouding up on me, so I'll have to wait a minute. So I did just pull a couple earlier things out of here. I don't know what this thing is. It's shaped like a teacup, but it's huge. I believe those were used as toilets before they had indoor toilets or something like that. And there's a balloon and mold shoe fly flasks. I've been wanting to get a complete embossed hutch since I've walked quite a bit of creeks already this year, but so far I've gotten a broken embossed hutch and a complete slick hutch. So maybe today will be the day for the embossed one. Okay, got a couple here. Kerr Mason. Oh, I'll take it. And what's this other thing? Full and Half Pint SL Company. Not familiar with it, so if anyone watching knows, feel free to let me know. Find a lot of Columbus, Ohio stuff in this area, so it could be Columbus. She's doing pretty good on this creek walk. Nothing super rare or valuable, but decent volume of stuff. Haven't been able to film most because I had to go in deeper water, but anyway, got this here. Common soda CP Elder out of Shawnee, Ohio, but I'm gonna have to soak that to get that cleaned off. This must have been one of the most successful companies in the area. Most common 1930s soda to find around here for sure. Let's see. It's crown, so never mind. I guess the angle made it look older than it was, because yeah, this is just a, not even a crown, but just a modern beer. Getting attacked by these stupid deer flies. Anyway, I have a couple showing here. Probably just a junker. Yep, this one's old though. And it has a panel. Acme. Blacking. Okay, that makes sense. Very common one, but you know what? I'll take it. It's actually one of the oldest things I found, so worth taking for sure. Got some more stuff showing here, so I'm gonna probably have to end this creek walk early because my bag's overflowing and I've still got quite a bit to walk, and I don't know how much down trees there are up ahead, so I guess I'll go ahead and film these because I think at least one's a keeper. Another French's. Then we got a jar here and something else. That's broken like I thought it'd be, but what's the jar? That was strong-shouldered mason. That's a keeper, but I just don't have room right now, so I may kind of hide that in the woods somewhere. And then there's an earlier looking condiment here. Really cool, just not much in the way of value, so I'll probably hide that one here also. So I have to try to put those two somewhere. That's a good sign. I mean, those two are not rare, but they are worth bringing home. This is probably going to be broken. Yeah, broken clock. Alright. There's probably more stuff over here. No, not seeing nothing. This looks like it might be cool. Oh, I've never found nothing like that before. That is really cool. That's probably going to be one I'm going to have to take home now. I don't know nothing about it really, but just because I haven't found nothing like that ever, that alone makes it worth keeping to me. Well, actually I had to leave a bunch because of how full my backpack was. See a lot of bottles here. Yeah, this one's nothing, but presto. Spring Mason. I might try to grab that and haul it back in my hands. I don't know. Well, here are a couple not cleaned up. Sold both of these already. Didn't have time to clean them for some reason. My solution weakened to the point bottles were just sitting in there and they were not coming clean, except maybe a little tiny bit each day. And it was such a small amount that I never got around to getting those cleaned in time. So there's that. I don't know what it is, but took a cheap price for it because it saves me the hassle of cleaning it. This is supposed to be a Civil War era crock. Good shape. Never found one like it before. But I don't have a whole lot of spare room, so I ended up selling it. Hello everyone. So I finally got all the bottles from this particular creek cleaned up. Been really busy. It was a long process just getting the right stuff to clean them. That was powerful enough. I got some powdered wood bleach, and I emptied out my tub that I had because for some reason it wasn't doing nothing in them, and I put it 3 5-gallon buckets and divide it equally among the 3, then have another bucket there of water that I rinse them off in. Anyhow, let's go ahead and get started here. I just got this out because, like, well, maybe someone will use it. Just a Pyrex bowl. I don't know how old. Figured I'd rescue it from the creek. Then I don't know how old this is. I know nothing about dishes, really, other than ironstone china, which I find a lot of in turn-of-the-century dumps, but this isn't one because it doesn't have that on there, I don't think. Here's a beer stein. I didn't realize it was cracked like it was, so I don't know, maybe someone will want it for free just as a conversation piece. Here's a plate here. I don't know what happened to this edge here. I don't know if someone painted it and covered all that up and that got exposed because of the chip there or what. Looks like it's also cracked. I'm not sure what company this is or how old it is, but maybe some of you are experts on plates, so feel free to chime in. Next is this one here. Again, I'm no expert on these plates. It has some maker's mark down there. So, oh yeah, there's one more thing I was going to show you up here. This looks like it may be pink. I think it is. Some kind of pink lid. Pretty neat. It's all there. Looks to be in good shape. Next is this root beer bottle. I almost left it. Then I noticed it was embossed. Let's see here. Try to get a good view of it here. IBC root beer. An IBC root beer company, St. Louis, Missouri. So I don't know if it's worth bringing home or not, but figured I'd take it out of the creek. This I thought for sure was blown in mold until I just now cleaned it and realized it's actually machine made. Some kind of catsup. And I knocked the bottle down. Well, thankfully the bottle survived. It was a 7-Up side embossed throwaway style pop bottle. Next is this Hemingway insulator. Hemingway number 12. And got 2 of these Pepsi bottles with bad paint. They're both from New York, New York. So non-local. I don't know if that was a really big operation back in the day or what, because there's plenty of local Pepsi bottling plants around, or there was back at that time. Then there's 2 ball jars here, number 5, and a less common number 12. And got some different Great Seal bottles, screw cap extract form, screw cap shoe fly flask form, even though it didn't have whiskey in it. Could have had turpentine or something, who knows. Coffin flask form, again, didn't have whiskey, had something else. Sour style extract form, and these 2 are actually both different. The left's machine made, the right's blown in mold. The left says Styronbeck's company in the second row. This one doesn't say Great Seal on it at all, and says manufacturing chemist on it. Then here's a actual Souders. That one doesn't have the ring on the neck. One of the later machine-made variants. Crack, I didn't realize it was. Then got a warranted oval blown in mold flask. Didn't realize that little crack there. A massive pharmacy bottle, which that's the only reason why I brought it home, because these pharmacy bottles with measurements are a dime a dozen, but not in this size. SL company, I don't know what that stands for. It's in the shape of a whiskey flask, so I'm guessing that's what it is. And it got a couple blown in mold shoe fly flasks. One of these Cokes with no city. I thought I heard they were used in the war or something like that. I'll have to look into that story. And we got a Acme Blacking from Philadelphia. Mary T. Goldman, St. Paul, Minnesota. I think that was a hair bottle, but not positive. And then we got a interesting blown in mold condiment bottle. Does have a chip on it. I didn't realize it had a little bruise there that I didn't realize it had, but I don't know, I still think it's kind of neat looking even though it's plain. And got what I think's a chamber pot, because this thing is massive. Actually all there and in good shape too. Atlas jar. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put that behind me for a second because let's take a look at the manufacturer mark on this. Burford Bros, wherever that was. Yeah, it's pretty neat to find something that large in good shape. Handles there and all. Looks like a giant teacup, but no, it can't be that. But yeah, it's got several of these Atlas jars. This one looks clear. This one's aqua pint, aqua quart. I think that's another aqua quart back there. Really clean Clorox. This is a 32-ounce size. Came out looking really good. Nice and clean. Can't hardly tell though, it's so bright out here. Got a couple of these Prestos. It's a pint. And that's the quart. Then got a Smile, and I didn't realize it had so much wear and damage. But this was clearly used for a long time before it was discarded. And it's from Middleport, Ohio. And still has even more damage the closer I look at it. Patented in 1922. Then got 3 of these CP Elders from Shawnee, Ohio. They're pretty common. 1 P.O. Berry from New Lexington, Ohio. Most common Hoster, well, to me anyway. And this one's actually probably about as common. Well, maybe not quite. Then got an Aqua Hoster. Got a nice looking Gambrinus. Tool top. Clykerin. Martin R. Smith Company Chemist, New York. Kind of looks like a earlier Clorox knockoff or something. I don't know. And it looks older than a Clorox does, though. So they're probably pre-Clorox. And I got 3 of these Parkersburg, West Virginia Cokes. They're pretty common. Got Hocking Valley with one with the 13 ounces embossed on it. Got Blown in Mold Hocking Valley, made by CC Company. Got one of the latest Hocking Valley. I don't think this one has. It kind of looks like it has a slug plate, but kind of not. That's the soda form. Nelsonville. One of the earliest Washington Brewery bottles I've ever seen. Has a bug on it. No manufacturer mark. I don't know if these come in earlier blobs or not, but it seems like I just find these tooled pint amber crowns and a couple machine-made crowns. Wises. Triturations, machine-made tablet, Triturates, Kansas City, Missouri. Could be an 1890s bottle, but could also be really early 1900s. Dr. Pierce's favorite prescription. This one's kind of cool because it's probably the only cool looking federal law bottle that I've ever found that has no distillery name on it. Most of these are just junk bottles, but since this one has a fancy violin or guitar type shape, it's definitely a keeper. Cleaned up nicely too. Next is this jar here. It looks like it's a sun-colored amethyst already, so it must have been in the creek a while. It does have a little chip there, but I thought it was pretty neat because it looks like a wax sealer, but it's actually not. And it's shaped kind of funny, so it's actually just kind of a weird looking product type jar. I don't know, maybe or something else is because of how much it looks like a wax seal. But yeah, it's pretty neat. Then got a nice half-gallon ball jar. It cleaned up real nice too, and it actually looks like it's in really good shape for its age anyway. I mean, yeah, a lot of people find these fruit jars in cellars and whatnot, and so they're in good shape then because people stored them and took care of them. But out in the wild, it's pretty hard to find a half-gallon or larger size jar. So this creek walk was unique that I found a half-gallon and a gallon jar. Now this isn't a fruit jar, but it's still a gallon-sized jar, so that makes it pretty cool to me. It's actually the second one of these I've found, but the other one I found is different. It's a massive Horlicks jar. It does have a bruise there. That's just too bad, but man, is it huge. That is one massive jar right there. Next is this interesting crock. I found one of these not too long ago, so it's weird how I just suddenly start finding these when I've never found them before. It has a cork in it. So I don't know if this is old or not old or what, but I don't know. I thought it was pretty neat, so brought it home. Got Fraser and Brown pint milk from Logan, Ohio. I guess that might be the best way to see them embossing. Probably 1930s or 40s milk. One of the last embossed ones they made, probably. Normally these ridges here mean the bottle is not as old as a lot of the milks that have the smooth underside of the lip there. This was really cool because it's an ACL and it actually has nice paint. That's pretty rare. It's a Kool-Aid from Columbus and Dayton, Ohio. So that's pretty neat right there. I'd say it's actually one of the best bottles that's come out of the creek walks because a lot of these ACLs are becoming more collectible because it's hard to find them with good paint. So some of them that turn up that are pretty rare with good paint bring quite a bit of money sometimes. This, even though it's not valuable, because I looked it up, it's a Barber bottle and it's 1940s, I believe. I just thought it was really cool because I've found a lot of pieces of this type of stuff, this hobnail pattern, and it's always broken. So it's pretty neat to find something like this that was actually whole. So it was a keeper for sure. And last but not least is a new Columbus beer for me. I found a lot of Columbus bottles, and I probably found well over 100 by now, but I've never found a complete Columbus brewing out of Columbus, Ohio, and it has one of them tall blob tops, so I'd say it's probably one of the last blob tops made. Pint-sized bottle made by CC Company, which that was what that Hocking Valley was made by too, so maybe I'll get lucky and find a Hocking Valley blob next time, because Hocking Valley made a tall blob top like that too, but they're pretty rare. So anyway, that is it. So nothing super valuable. In fact, I don't even know if I got anything over $30. because even though I haven't found one of these before, I do see them on eBay for sale here and there, so they're not rare. But got a massive variety of bottles. A lot of them could have been left by others due to how common they were, but I don't like picking up the same bottles over and over again, so I figured why not take them out and clean the creek out. So that is it. Thanks for watching.